things are not always going to be easy, guys. If you're really chasing after something big, it's going to be hard. And the thing is, you can't always reduce that feeling and you can't remove it. A lot of times, you know, we'll just use dieting for an example. People try to find diet hacks and, ways to suppress their appetite, ways to make things easier so that they're not hungry. And we'll use hunger in this instance as something that's hard, something that's painful. And while, yes, there's times you can reduce that hunger, you're gonna be hungry if you're losing weight and you're dieting. And I think it's important that instead of freaking out or being upset when you're hungry or trying to find ways to reduce that hunger, which you can do, like I said, there are ways to reduce that. You also have to keep in mind and be okay with being hungry or being in a situation where you're uncomfortable and you're stressful and you're stressed out. You can apply that to anything. If you're trying to make social media content, there will be times where it's hard, where you might not have many ideas, things aren't flowing, your ideas aren't coming to you, you're struggling in front of the camera. Maybe you just are having writer's block. Instead of looking for a quick fix to always have that problem solved, learn to thrive in that situation and be okay with it. Same thing with school. Maybe there's something you're trying to study and you flat out just are having the hardest time trying to memorize it. Instead of trying to find shortcuts and little mental tricks, maybe you just need to really lock in and put an extended period of time in to memorize that thing. Maybe there is no shortcut secret formula. Maybe you just need to be okay with the fact that this thing you're doing is going to be hard. And once you have that in your mind, you have to constantly remind yourself, because I know me personally, I want to embrace these struggles and hardships, but it's so much easier to say that before it happens. You have to remind yourself. I look back on long runs I've been on when, you see like a TikTok or something that really gets you hyped up to do something. And then when you're in the middle of it and you're in pain and you could stop and nobody would know, that's when you have to remind yourself, if you really want this feeling, if you really want this struggle, you're in it. You're in that moment. Take advantage of it. You are actually in that moment that you wanted to be in. So now it's time to see how you respond. So I just want to encourage you guys, look for challenging things. Do things that are hard, and when they get hard, that's when you have to lock in. That's when you have to embrace it and truly, truly persevere through that thing, and you'll be better for it. God bless you guys.